Hello, I'm Kiki Ragland, and welcome to this week's episode of the Kingsmen Recap. This week, our actors had a Shakespeare workshop with Jason Rennie, where we learned about different types of Shakespeare texts, as well as scansion. We also had an interview with Chris Allen, our costume designer for Much Ado, and Teresa Scarano, our props director. There's been a lot of interesting things going on this week, so let's jump right into it. In the workshop, our actors and apprentices learned about scansion, as well as the importance of rhythm and beats when speaking. Scansion can be used as a tool for establishing a pattern the audience can understand. We also sat down with Chris Allen, our costume designer, to discuss the amazing costumes our shop has created for the show.
My name is Chris Allen, and this is my 8th year with Kingsmen. I was a first hand for 5, and this is my 3rd as a costume designer. Not being from here, I was a little nervous about where we were going to find all the sailors, but thanks to the knowledge of Noelle and Mary Lynn, we got a rental from Studio 17 and some clever scouring of eBay. I found some officers, so luckily that was taken care of. I've never done a 4-day show, so this is something new and exciting in its own, new kind of challenge. But it's been a fun adventure. I'm not sure I can say favorites yet. I like to see everything on stage and see the big picture. I am kind of living for Antonia at the moment. She's my fashion queen. I've been finding some unusual thrift store things that I'm transforming into period pieces. So I'm excited to see how those turn out.
We also had an interview with Teresa Scarano, our props director, and got to see a sneak peek of some of the props that will be used during the show.
I'm Teresa Scarano, and I think this is my 8th season with Kingsmen Shakespeare. I was here, I think 2013 through 2018, took a few years off, and I'm really happy to be back. Whatever I do needs to support the piece. I collaborate with the director, what the director wants, what the actors need, and what supports the play. My work encompasses anything from finding things, to building things, to designing things, to refurbishing things, so it's never boring. I think for Shakespeare, one of the challenges is Shakespeare is so universal. And it's been done, of course, in many different ways, but we don't want to do it the same way necessarily. And yet, then there are expectations from certain people to have it done the same way. But we want to do something a little different or new and not so expected. One of my absolute favorites that I built, in that year I had this, I've had so many good apprentices here. We built the cannon for Henry V, I think it was. And I'm even getting chills right now as I'm just thinking about it. That was so much fun and so challenging, and the actors loved it. And so to see their reactions too was just fantastic. So that was one of my favorite things to actually create.
It's always fascinating to learn what our different departments are up to. Well, that's all from me for this week, so be sure to tune in next week for more updates.